Top 5 people who took revenge to a whole new level. Number 5. The Bobbitts. Lorena Bobbitt, we're certain you won't forget the name after hearing the revenge she dished out. You see, her ex-husband John Wayne Bobbitt was apparently a world-class jerk who sexually abused her, flaunted his infidelities. She could only take so much. She had endured her husband's violence and abuse. One night, Lorena Bobbitt decided that enough was enough after her husband came home drunk and abused her yet again. She got hold of a knife and cut off her husband's penis. She then drove off and threw it out of her car window. The penis was later retrieved, and doctors were able to reattach the appendage with a 9-hour surgery after they found it in a field. The man went on to star in an adult film of his namesake, John Wayne Bobbitt, Uncut. Number 4. A man was cheated on by his wife. Routine stuff, nothing new here. Then she left him and moved in with her new boyfriend. Again, brutal, but has happened before. This is when the ditched man snapped. He bought a new house right beside the house in which his ex now lived. Then he installed a statue of a hand showing the middle finger outside it. Alan Markovitz erected a giant middle finger statue that is directed straight to the bedroom window of his cheating ex-wife and her new boyfriend. What's so great is that he even installed a spotlight so that it can be seen both day and night. While you might think it's directed more to his cheating ex-wife, it's actually directed to the man she cheated with. "I'm so over her," Markovitz said. "This is about him. This is about him not being a man." Number 3. An Indian sex offender. It was August 13th, 2004. A trial was taking place in Kasturba Nagar, India, involving a man named Akku Yadav, who had been charged with raping Usha Narayane. Yet this was not the only victim of Akku Yadav. More than 200 women had come forward as rape survivors of Yadav, and after 10 years, these women were angry. Many of them had been laughed at and dismissed by police when they reported, so it was at this trial that they took the law into their own hands. Akku Yadav stood on a dock during his trial. A mob of 200 women descended upon the court, darting past horrified officials and pushing Yadav to the ground. They threw chili powder in his face, hurled stones at him, and sliced off his penis with a vegetable knife. His body eventually had over 70 stab wounds when the mobs finally dispersed. Needless to say, he didn't live another day. Number 2. Julie Elias. A scandalous gang in Brazil has taken vengeance on the authority by leaking graphic nude photos of a top female police officer of Rio de Janeiro for arresting one of their members. Apparently, the gang members leaked the photos of the sexy police officer as a technique to get back at the police department of Rio de Janeiro for detaining their ringleader over the weekend. According to Media Takeout, or MTO, the gang hacked into the private storage cloud account of a top officer of the Brazilian military police of Rio de Janeiro named Julie Elias and stumbled on her naked pictures. Upset at the arrest of its members, including their leader, they promptly released the nude photos. She doesn't seem to be camera shy, so I'm not sure how well this revenge worked. Number 1. Katys Revenge. Anthony Ray Stockelman was rightfully sentenced to prison after abducting, molesting, and drowning Caitlin or Katie Coleman, whose body was found in 2005 in a creek about 15 miles from her home in the town of Crothersville. While we may think that prison is really bad, imagine what other prisoners think about child molesters. Child molesters rank near the bottom of the prison hierarchy and are often brutalized by other inmates. Tattoos are against prison regulations, but inmates often fashion crude tattoo instruments with plastic utensils and needles. Unfortunately for Stockelman, a relative of Katie's happened to be locked up in the very same prison and made sure that all of the other prisoners knew exactly how to pinpoint her murderer. One night, prison security had to remove Stockelman from the rest of the prison population because they found the words "Katys Revenge" tattooed on his forehead.
Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed. Check out one of these videos and don't forget to subscribe to support more videos.